The phrase, "I quit YouTube" or "I'm quitting YouTube" seems to be all the rage right now. Some of the videos are clickbait and others are not, because here's the simple truth. Most people who quit YouTube don't make a conscious decision to do so. It happens gradually over time. I've found some habits that are helping my coaching clients avoid that slippery slope altogether. Here's the first. Doing the prep work to batch record a series of videos in a short period of time. That's number one. Number two, ensuring they have video or show ideas and a potential guest list in a content calendar or a content planner. That's number two. Here's the final, number three, having a mandatory check-in meeting to recalibrate what they're doing with their why.
What are we doing today?
I'll share more detail on each of these habits in the full video. All right, here we go. Avoid quitting YouTube with these three habits. Habit number one, batch/series recording. Here's the danger. Week to week work. Anytime one of my coaching clients get into a space where they're creating a video for the next week, that is a sure telltale sign that we're heading for burnout, that we're heading for failure, that we're heading either to take a break or we are gonna end up quitting YouTube altogether.
That's not good.
You want to avoid being overwhelmed by scheduling in your breaks.
I do like that. That's brilliant.
Breaks are not a bad thing. Let's say you take a month off, but in that month, what are you doing? Are you recalibrating? Are you looking at your comments? Are you coming up with new content ideas? Are you filling in your content planner? What are you doing in that break? Having a scheduled break is different. Batch recording allows you to have a scheduled break because you have content that you're already ready to post. This whole series of coaching videos was done over the course of a week, and we're talking about 10 or so videos.
Running about 10 paces ahead.
And these videos will string together for 10 Sundays. That's almost 3 months of content that I don't have to worry about anymore, right?
Yes, sir, that's right.
I don't have to be on the hamster wheel trying to figure out what's going to be next, what's going to be next, what's going to be next. The other thing I love about batch and series recording is that it allows you to have a cohesive train of thought. You can string together these ideas, these concepts. You can even string together kind of a mini masterclass, if you will, where you're sharing these things that you want to share in a particular video and then link it to the next, and then link it to the next, and then link it to the next. Even if it's not a series, you can have that cohesive train of thought, especially when you record them in quick succession. Editing them and all the other stuff, that happens after the fact, but being able to record them in quick succession in a batch series recording really helps. I mean, simply having a date in mind, making sure that you're doing the prep work ahead of time as you lead up to that date, making sure your team knows, your family knows, all that other good stuff, and having the list of videos, scripted concepts ready. I mean, thumbnail, description, titles done, so that when you go into that date, you know exactly who you're speaking to, you know exactly what you want to deliver, and you just sit down and record.
You gotta just press record.
I do this with the TV ministry that I work with. I do this for myself. I do this for many creators that I'm working with as well. We call them content days or content sessions, where we know we're gonna record multiple. In fact, at the media ministry where I work, we record whole seasons in 1 week. And that's because, you know, there's scheduling, there's people flying in. Our speaker director has a heavy travel schedule. We can only block off a certain amount of time to actually record those shows. So batch/series recording really enables you to be consistent in your content, but ensures that you have these buffers, these built-in breaks where you can sit back and consume and redefine and innovate and come up with new ideas while your content is continually being pushed out.
Yeah, sure. That works for me.
The content monster is ever hungry, y'all. We gotta feed it on a regular basis. There's something magical, there's something ingenious about being able to prepare those meals for the content monster well ahead of time. People quit when they're scrambling to produce the next thing. Batch recording gives you a buffer. Okay.
I'll go do that.
Habit number 2 is having a content planner, using a content planner, updating your content planner, being intimately aware and involved with your content planner. It's one thing to have a content planner. Can't tell you how many people I know have a content planner, and it's filled. 52 video ideas is what I often recommend for my coaching clients. And having a filled content planner is great, but you've got to use it.
I agree with you.
It has to be the litmus for all of the things that you do. Even as you shift and arrange, as you're trying to move with the times, that's okay. Put it in the content planner. Content planner removes guesswork. There's something about, I don't know, it's human nature. When we come to a blank page and it's like, what do we do next? There's something about that is debilitating, that arrests us, and it causes us to go into this mode of,
this isn't for me, it's for
maybe I'm not cut out for this. I don't know what's next. You know, we ever hear writers talk about writer's block? It's because of that blank page.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you take time at the beginning, if you take time as you're getting ready to launch your strategy, your content, your channel, you're getting ready to go into your content journey, to really define what is this umbrella of content that I want to talk about? What is the value that I want to consistently provide? And then what are those very small topics that I can touch on? 3 to 5 minutes as you get started, 5 to 7 minutes as you start to get comfortable. But what are those small topics? Because see, this is where we go into habit number 1, where we talk about batch and series recording, because sometimes your topic may not need to be one video. Maybe it needs to be 2 and 3 and 4 and 10 and 6, right? Regardless of how many parts it is, your content planner will help you to know what is the particular value in this version of the video and maybe the next version of the video. Here's another thing that I often tell coaching clients to put in their content calendar is, if you're gonna do a video today, that's gonna be this year's version of that video. Could you possibly do another version of that video next year?
It's an annual thing.
One such video would be best web-based streaming platform in 2024. That's a video I can do every single year, and that's one video out of 52 that I no longer have to think about. That's the beauty and the genius of a content planner.
Done. You already know I'm on board with that.
I want to say this as well. Your content planner allows you to put together your guest invitation and your schedules, and as those guest schedules and invitations come back and kind of have to shift and adjust, you can shift and adjust in your content planner. Content planners also allow you to include and infuse into your content some of the themes that are happening.
It's hunting season.
If you're a live show host and you're doing a show in Black History Month, maybe you want to infuse that into the content. Maybe you're doing a show around Christmas or New Year's. Maybe you want to infuse that into the content. Now, to be clear, that kind of takes it out of the realm of evergreen. And so you don't want to do that all the time, but you do want to be mindful that there are some things that you can add into your content that will enable you to just kind of get right over the hurdle. I don't have to think about what I'm going to do in Black History Month, because I'm going to ensure that those are the themes that I'm going to be pulling from for my content. And it still allows for spontaneity. A lot of people feel like having a content planner writes them into a box that they can't get out of. No, that's not exactly the truth. It allows for spontaneity because you know where you can push things around.
Let's reschedule.
Okay, general election is happening between Biden and Trump. Maybe when you're watching this, that has already happened. Maybe when you're watching this, it's still several months away. It doesn't matter. You now know that that's happening in this time frame, and you can maybe do a video that's around that thing that isn't necessarily on your calendar, and you just kind of space it out a little bit more. It allows you to push things down or up because you have a calendar.
Unlimited power.
Working from a blank slate, it does something to the human mind. But whereas you have the ability to now have this
unlimited power,
this launch pad, if you will, which is your content calendar, it literally takes some of the guesswork out and allows you latitude to be spontaneous. It's a working document, fam. It's a working document. Should I say that one more time? It's a working document. It is intended to be edited as ideas come, as opportunities come in, as brand deals come in. You want to be able to edit and tweak and shift, because your content planner allows you a defined space where you can do all that stuff. People quit YouTube, people quit content creation when they don't know what to do next. And that's number 2, habit number 2. Habit number 3, our final habit, is a monthly why calibration. I'll just repeat it one more time. I know it seems foreign to most. A monthly why calibration. Content is supposed to be fun.
You know it's gonna be fun.
It is. It's gotta be fun. If it's not fun, people are just gonna...
I gotta go.
If you're not having fun, then your audience is not going to have fun when they watch it. And if you're not having fun, you're definitely on the verge of quitting creating content.
And besides, what's the point if you deny yourself the simple pleasures in life?
Having a monthly why calibration essentially gives you that compass, that true north that allows you to say, okay, we're kind of off track. There's the horizon and I'm way over here. Let me get back in line with what I know I was hoping to achieve with my content. And that keeps it fresh. That keeps it laser focused. That keeps it fun.
I'll stay with you.
Another thing that your monthly why calibration does is it helps to cancel scope creep.
Darling, what's that supposed to be?
Now, this is a project management term. Scope creep is essentially where you allow what you are looking to do slowly but surely increase to include other things that weren't originally thought of at the beginning. Having that monthly why calibration allows you to use that time, right? This is non-negotiable time that you place on the calendar, hopefully with a coach or somebody who's going to help to keep you accountable that says that right there, that's something that doesn't quite 100% really work with the scope of what you originally said. Listen, your why, the reason why you hit the record button, why you are going live, your why is a filter. It allows you to strain out anything that you don't necessarily want to make it into your content schedule, make it into your batch recording, make it onto your channel, make it into your content platforms. But here's the thing about a filter. Filters need cleaning, and a monthly why calibration allows you time to clean out that filter so that you can clearly see exactly what you want to focus on. People quit creating content when they lose clarity on why they were doing it in the first place.
Okay. I see.
And those are the three. You want to make sure that you are batch recording or series recording. Make sure that you have a content planner, a content calendar. You also want to make sure you have a monthly why calibration. These are three habits. Habits are, or let me say, habits can be intentional and unintentional. I am a huge proponent of intentionality, especially in the content creator world. As you form your habits for video content, there are three things I wish somebody told me as I was getting started. And I share all three of them right here in this video. 3 things to consider when creating video content. Listen, I'm telling you, these are good right here. And I definitely want to make sure you get a chance to check it out. Click right here, right now, and watch, and I'll see you over there. Later, fam.